just different community members. I've been giving presentations to all the schools, the SRO officers. I gave a presentation to the court counselors. I have court counselors call me on a regular basis to talk about different programs that we offer. So I'm really excited about the relationships that we're forming right now with our community members. And actually, this Saturday, Cindy and I will be at the Fall Festival with a booth about the program, to give just the community, bring it out into the community for them to see what we have, who we are, what we do, and really just meet one on one with families and help where we can. So outreach has been sorry about that. Outreach has been really big right now with everything going on. We've had to get try comfortable with giving these presentations over here, but over the computers, but it's working, and I'm really excited about where we're going with everything. So does anybody have any questions about those numbers? I know I kind of went a little fast with it, but I can definitely pull something back up, or like I said, I can send this out to you guys that you can look.
Any questions for Pam? Okay, thank you, Pam, for that report there.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other items from the floor or the Zoom conference?
Yes, I just wanted to, let me see, turn my camera on. Hold on one second, please. All right, thank you. I just wanted to say that when I start do my introductions, that I talked about how these funds are primarily for court-involved youth, or the priority should be court-involved youth, should be for intervention-based services. That's a little bit different from the message that we heard previously. I made this my life's work, and if we don't provide dispositional alternatives, that is, alternatives for juveniles who have been placed on probation, who have received a complaint, then we're not using funds the way they're prioritized to be used. So prevention is important, but intervention is the priority. I just wanted to make that statement.
And if I may, this is Ronald speaking. I mean, I do agree with that. With these JCPC funds, the intent is to priorities given to juvenile court kids. However, we can work with at-risk kids, and so I think the thing here is just being strategic in you all's approach, how you are serving the kids, but just keeping in mind, as was stated earlier, that we want to prevent kids from getting the system, but at the same time, we want to work with those kids that are already in the system to keep them from further getting deeper into the system. But the intent of JCPC dollars are to intervene with those kids that are currently in our system. And again, like I said, we could also work with prevention kids, and that's noted in our JCPC policies as well. And I think Pam has done an awesome job with providing the services. She's been very, if she have a question or issue, she does a great job with contacting me or our area office. So we're going to continue to work with her and work with the county to ensure that we serve the kids.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we have our collaboration with Pam and the JDRC has been wonderful since she's been there. She's doing a great service, and we are pleased to continue the collaboration and looking forward to continue work with Pam. That's important to say also.
Well, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for.
Greg.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Look, I'm not even on here, so y'all probably wish I would just shut up and not be in your meeting. But I mean, here's my question remember, it comes from this place of no experience with this. But as an educator, we are constantly faced with children that are in school that are on, third, fourth, fifth grade level, or they're in those grades, and they're back doing work that's on the first grade level, maybe the second grade level. So if we don't, all this money comes in from the state for intervention, because you have to help those.
Mark, would you mind muting yourself?
Me?
Mark. I'm getting a lot of feedback from his
I thought, that's mean.
No, not you, Mark. Mark, would you mind muting your, you must not be there. Okay.
That's okay. But I was just going to say, the state provides all this money for intervention for these students that are already in school, that are already years behind. I mean, I've worked with them in kindergarten, and these at-risk students arrive and they're already 2 to 3 years behind their peers in kindergarten. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, it seems to me like they are both very important. So is there a way that we need to work to get more funding for prevention? Is that a good question?
I'd say that's been consistent throughout legislation when it comes to community programs throughout every county that I've been a part of, that there's pros, people advocating for both sides, but the way it's in statute now is intervention. The great part about where we're at this day and time with increased funding for raise the age is that we have more funds to do the intervention. And then there's funding that we're finding that's remaining to do prevention. So we're in a better place right now and have a better opportunity to attack prevention than we've ever been before because of the increased funding. But I just don't want the message to change that what is the priority.
Sure. I get that. I just wanted to say that if there's a way that I can advocate or work, because they're both important. I mean, I see that teaching children in the schools, and that's one of the reasons I serve on the partnership board, is so we can reach these children when they're babies, reach their families, and try to provide books and education and opportunities and experiences, in hopes that they won't arrive at school and be so far behind. So it's all important, and I'm glad I don't have to make those funding decisions. But if there's ever a way that I can be an advocate, please get in contact with me.
And the last thing I'll say on the topic is that, this is the only money that's designed for juveniles that's in criminal justice. Criminals that receive funding, not criminals, but juveniles that are involved in the system where we receive funding. Whereas the school system, there's $1 billion dedicated for these causes that we're talking about and them being behind in prevention. So we have to make sure that the $300 and some odd thousand or whatever it is used for criminal justice, juvenile justice involved youth. There it is.
And this is wrong again, and this is wrong again. And Dave, you bring up a great point. And if you all remember, with raised age, your initial allocation that you guys received before you got raised age was $319,622. With raised age, that first year of increase, which was last fiscal year, 1920, you guys received an increase of $58,039, which brought your new allocation for year one, last fiscal year, to $377,661. Now, moving forward for this year, with your allocation, they included the raised age monies for 2021, which bumped your allocation up for this year to $412,535. Okay, so it was a bump that you guys received in your allocation. I think the thing that, strategic wise, something that you guys might want to consider is maybe looking at some collaborative partnerships with maybe the school system, some other agencies that can put some additional dollars in with the JCPC dollars. That way you're serving, the intervention kids, juvenile justice kids, as well as those at-risk kids, which you're already serving anyway through JCPCs, but you're not taking the entire budget from JCPC and just using it all in prevention. So it's just what you guys feel works best for you all in your county. Again, I'll just, suggest to you guys to look at collaboration, ways that you can collaborate with other agencies. I know the county does a great job with providing space through in-kind contributions and even through some county cash. So, I mean, it's a partnership. At the end of the day, that's what we have to remember. It's a partnership. And these are our kids, regardless of whether they're in the court system or not in the court system. We got to figure out a way how we can serve all these kids to keep them from getting deeper in the system or getting in the system. So that's just, just something I just wanted to share with you guys.
Excellent. Excellent idea. Tap into some of that education money.
Well, if we don't have any more items, I'd like to take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 I'd like to thank everybody for bearing with me. I usually don't do this, but I'd like to thank everybody out there, commissioners, Hal, Ronald, and all our board members. I mean, we couldn't do this without y'all, and we greatly appreciate it. And in the end, we all know it's for the kids, and I thank you. And hope y'all stay safe and have a good week.
Nice.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you.